Hello, my name is Alex, and I created Devcord Multi-Agent. Devcord is an agentic orchestration system that works fully through Discord, where the communication, the help, the managing, and the answering each other happens fully natively on Discord. There's no agent wrapper behind this. They're separate models, and they just communicate through Discord. So the first thing I want to talk about is the agents, or the bots is what we're going to call them. And for me, I did 3, but you can do unlimited. As long as you tell them to talk to the manager, they're going to be able to work together because the manager handles some ideas like that. So let me just start with the manager. The manager handles creating the tasks and getting the original input, but more importantly, he helps get them up to speed on each other. So if we're working on a project, he's going to tell both of them, all right, this is our project. Second, software engineering bot. Now, he does the heavy lifting when it comes to coding because he's running on a different model. I'm about to show you that. The third is a Q&A and a research bot. And I'm going to go kind of fast because there's a lot to dig into, but you'll see the bots in action later. So you can see that we're running Claude for the coding and GPT-4 Mini for the other two. It's only spent about a tenth in tokens, but it actually has almost the equal amount of tokens. So it's only spent a tenth of the dollar value. So it's actually super efficient, and you're going to see that in 1 second here. Now, to give you kind of a good demo, and I mean, if you want to use this, just use this. Let's say we're going to ask Q&A bot, and you're going to see we don't add him, we don't do anything. He's just going to hop in here. What is the largest continent? So he's just going to come in here, and it's Asia. Okay, cool. So this is just a chat GPT, and you can ask him anything. What is the smallest mammal? Okay, what was the smallest mammal? But you may wonder if this is running on 4 Mini and you need to get, oh, Paul will be back. That's kind of cool. One of the main ideas behind this is I want to make it like a ChatGPT system, but it's actually going to save on tokens. And since it's an agent, we might as well utilize some of these agents. It's best to show you, actually. How do you program a BST, and what are the time complexities? So the issue with O4 Mini is he's going to struggle with programming questions, but Claude is going to use way too much time and tokens to answer something like this. So what he's going to do is say, oh, that's a programming question. So before he answers the question, he asks himself, is this a programming or math question? Could I benefit from SWE? And if it can, he's just going to add SWE. And just like clockwork, here he is. SWE coming in here with a basic binary search tree implementation and our time complexities. So it depends on the tree's balance. Yeah, it's all correct, looks like. So the next thing we're going to go into is let's actually start building these applications. And I guess I didn't really tell you what it does, but yeah, we're going to build some web applications through Discord. And it's going to host them. I'll show you. So I'm going to think of a simple project. Program a color picker project. And I'll make a Flappy Bird one later too. Okay. So LeadBot's going to come in here. Same thing. He's just going to go in here. What's specific features? I'm not sure. Let's just tell him start and see what he decides. Might not be too interesting, but let's go. So we're going to say start, and you see that he's going to create this thread. Okay, so that's how he's going to get them up to speed. He's going to basically hit them up, say, hey, SWE, hey, Q&A bot, come in here. And SWE is going to say, hey, let's start building. And let me just get into this before too much sense. Oh, I missed it. I'll show you in the next one. But he basically says, kick off. Let's start working. He makes a dev plan. And you can read through the plan, but it's pretty in-depth. But one thing that's interesting is a lot of the time, some of these agents, they're not going to be able to doubt themselves too easily. That's why we have Q&A bot. Q&A bot would automatically come in, and he says, hey, let's do a review. There's complexity of color manipulation. There's user interface. There's cross-browser. He comes with all these ideas, and he comes with conclusion. This gets sent back to SWE, and he's like, oh, thanks for the recommendations. Let me get coding. So this is not just putting a program into Claude and having it code. This is basically getting someone to give you criticism who's not you, which is the best type of criticism. And then he's going to tell you and help you with that. So you can add more bots, obviously, if you want one that creates images on the fly. It's a full agent system, and they can communicate. One thing I have to show you that's pretty cool is they have these status updates. If you're creating a long project, it's going to get sent in here and in our thread, these status updates. Ongoing discussion with the SWE, wait for the clarification of actual items, SWE, before testing. Okay, let's see how he's doing. It looks like he wrote 5 files. Wow, and 2 model passes. So he made everything. He's like, okay, we're done. So let's open this up. Okay, advanced color picker. Look at that. Wow, that's pretty fun. And it even gives you your hex code. But let's say this one might be a little bit hard to expand upon, but add a title. So let's say SWE, can you add a title for us in this program? And this is pretty cool. It actually is gonna start working on it again. And he's like, okay, let me do it for you. So let's see how he does. So now he's going back to the drawing board. Oh, I have one other thing I gotta show. Okay, follow-up complete. Let's hope he did it. Oh, interesting. And now it created a more basic color picker. So he decided to do it a little simpler. The reason this is because he's gonna run on a shorter model time, because instead of talking to Q&A bot and getting information, he's just gonna recreate the project with our new constraints. So he did that and he added exactly what we wanted. And you can always have a holding bot or a holding system, but to save tokens, you can basically just change project, add other ideas. Now, let's do this. Let's just delete thread. So this thread's gonna get deleted. And then let's do stop task. Hopefully the task is already dead. And then let's just clear chat. And let's work on something else. So just like that, in about 1 minute, we've already created a whole project. Okay. And program Flappy Bird. This is the classic. Oh, but let me do this. If you say to him, high compute, he's actually gonna run on a bigger, fatter model. And let's see, clarify preference. And let's just tell him to start. We don't need to talk to him this much. High compute means he's gonna spend more time and create a more intensive project. And I'll show you some of the other projects I made. Oh, first, let me go in here and show you. He sends the message, and then you have to wait for Q&A bot. And one of the most interesting things ever that I think I made at Hackathon is still coming. So please don't stop watching. He's going to work on that, but let me show you one of the other things he made. And yes, this was also programmed by him. These are all previous tasks that he's created. Okay, so is there an update? Oh, he's still working on it. Oh, looks like our Q&A bot finally responded. So this one's pretty interesting. This was also a high compute version. And I'll come up with a project in a second to show you something interesting after we just do Flatbird. So he does that. Okay, he's gonna do 3 passes because this is a high compute model. Here's another cool one. This one's just kind of fun. You just click it and get in the hole. Cool. Okay. How's he doing? This might take a while. It's a high compute version, so he's gonna spend a lot of time on that. While we're going into that, this is going to be pretty boggling. So this is actually a current project, which means none of it's set in stone yet, but we can ask about the last project. And what do you mean by ask? Yeah, I mean ask. So first, let's get him in here. Hey Q&A bot, what is the last project we worked on?
The last project we worked on was programming a color picker project. It involved creating an HTML page with a color input, displaying the selected color, and showing the color code dynamically.
How did you program that? Q&A bot, how did you program that?
I apologize, but your question is too vague. Could you specify which specific program or project you're referring to? From the context above, we have recent completed projects like 1. A color picker project, 2. A mini golf game, 3. A color palette.
Yeah, color palette.
Generator. Each was programmed differently. If you could clarify which specific program you're asking about, I can provide a detailed explanation of how it was implemented.
Tell me how you did the mini golf app.
The mini golf app was created using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The main components include a canvas for rendering the game, a ball that the player can hit, and obstacles on the course. The game logic handles ball.
Okay, you get the point, but yeah, you can ask any questions, and I mean, it works on the same. Oh, how was Flappy Bird programmed? So it works on the same idea, so you can also ask it any general questions. Let's see if SWE is able to answer this. You can ask it any general questions. Oh, here we go. And he actually is going to tell us fully how he made this, which is pretty cool. And it's actually a really good learning tool. So he's gonna give us all answers, do all of that, and you can ask any questions. So we'll go talk to her again. Q&A bot, what is the fastest animal?
It seems like your message got cut off. Could you please provide more details or clarify your question?
What is the fastest animal on Earth?
The fastest animal on Earth is the peregrine falcon.
Cool.
It can reach speeds of over 240 miles per hour, 386 kilometers per hour, during its hunting stoop, high-speed dive. In level flight, the Brazilian free-tailed bat holds the record, flying at speeds of over 99 miles per hour, 160 kilometers per hour.